What if I told you that the very moment people are most afraid of losing everything could actually be the best chance of your life to get rich? What if the very crisis that others call a disaster could be your golden ticket? It sounds crazy, but history has shown it again and again. Every time the economy falls into chaos, a few people walk out of it wealthier than they ever dreamed. And now with the 2025 recession unfolding right in front of us, you need to ask yourself a serious question. Will you be the one who suffers like everyone else? Or will you be the one who learns how to turn this storm into your opportunity? If you want to be the second one, it's better for you to watch this video until the end, but first give it a like and let's start. The truth is, recessions are painful. Businesses close, people lose jobs, prices swing out of control, families panic about their bills. But hidden beneath all that fear is something extraordinary. It's the reset button of the financial world. During these rare times, the game board is flipped upside down. The players who looked powerful suddenly stumble. The opportunities that seemed out of reach suddenly land right in front of you. And those who know how to act quickly and smartly can build wealth faster in a few years of recession than others build in decades of normal times. Let me give you a picture. Imagine a giant store that sells every valuable thing you could ever want. Stocks, real estate, businesses, precious metals, even collectibles. In normal times, the prices are sky high. You walk in and think, I could never afford that. But during a recession, it's as if the store suddenly holds the biggest clearance sale of the century. Everything you once thought was too expensive gets slashed down, sometimes by half, sometimes even more. The only difference is most people are too scared to buy. They see falling prices and think it means danger. But in reality, that's the exact moment the seeds of wealth are planted. So let's break this down step by step. The first thing you need to understand is how recessions create opportunity. When the economy contracts, companies that were overpriced fall to realistic levels. Stocks drop, property values sink. Even solid businesses struggle to survive because people cut back on spending. That sounds terrible, but if you're the person with patience, cash, or even just courage, you can step in and pick up assets for a fraction of their normal value. And when the economy recovers, those very assets multiply in value, sometimes 2 times, 3 times, even 10 times over. Think back to 2008. People were terrified. Housing prices collapsed. Stock markets dropped more than 50%. Families lost homes. But do you know who got rich? The ones who looked past the fear. Investors who bought homes at bottom prices ended up sitting on fortunes within a few years. Stocks that seemed doomed, recovered, and created millionaires. The same pattern repeats throughout history. Every crisis has minted a new class of wealthy people. The Great Depression created legendary investors. The dot-com crash of 2000 wiped out thousands of companies but made others billionaires. The 2020 pandemic crushed entire industries but launched massive fortunes in tech, logistics, and health. Now here we are in 2025. Debt is at record highs, businesses are closing doors, markets are shaking, people are afraid again. And once more, we are standing at the edge of another once-in-a-lifetime sale. The question is, are you going to walk past it, like most people, or are you going to walk in and grab what's sitting right there for you? Let's get practical. How do you actually use the recession to get rich? There are actually 3 steps, and the third one is the fundamental. Step 1 is survival. Before you can invest, you need to protect yourself. This means cutting unnecessary expenses, building a cash cushion, and avoiding new debt at all costs. Cash is your weapon in a recession. It gives you flexibility. It gives you the power to buy when others are forced to sell. Remember, the first rule is don't go broke while everyone else is going broke. Hold steady so you can act when the moment comes. Step 2 is to identify the assets that are temporarily cheap but fundamentally strong. Think of big companies that have been around for decades that produce products people use every single day. During recessions, their stock prices fall, not because the company is doomed, but because fear drives people to sell everything. That's when you pick them up. Or take real estate. When people panic, property prices drop. If you can get a home at a steep discount in a solid location, that's not just a purchase, that's planting a money tree that will grow for decades. Step 3 is to think long term. The danger most people fall into is expecting instant results. They think, if I buy during the recession, I'll be rich next week. No, that's not how this works. The true wealth from recessions comes when you hold those assets through the recovery. A few years down the line, when everyone else is finally confident again, when prices have shot back up, that's when you look back and realise your quiet, scary decisions made you rich. But here's where the mystery comes in. Not every investment during a recession is a good one. Some companies collapse and never recover. Some industries shrink forever. So how do you know what to choose? The answer is you focus on 3 things. 1. Products and services people will need no matter what. 2. Assets with a history of bouncing back. 3. Opportunities where the price has dropped far below the actual value. Think food companies, energy, healthcare, technology infrastructure. Think homes in strong neighbourhoods. Think businesses that solve real problems. Now let's talk about mindset, because this might be the most important part. Recessions are built on fear. Every headline screams disaster. Every person around you says don't risk it. Your friends and family may think you've lost your mind if you invest while the world looks like it's falling apart. But this is the exact test that separates those who stay average from those who become wealthy. The wealthy understand one simple truth. Fear creates discounts, panic creates openings. And if you can stay calm while others lose their heads, you position yourself to win big. Imagine this. 2 people walk into the same storm. One sees only the lightning and runs for shelter, terrified. The other sees that the rain will water the seeds he planted earlier, and while everyone else hides, he's out there growing crops. That's the recession. Most people are running for shelter, but the few who understand are planting seeds that will grow into fortunes. So what should you be doing right now in 2025 with this recession pressing down? Start by studying. Learn the markets you want to play in. Watch the trends. Understand which industries will survive and thrive when things turn around. Next, save every extra dollar you can. Sell the stuff you don't need. Cut back on luxuries. Build that cash reserve, because soon you'll see opportunities everywhere. Then, when the time is right, start small. Buy a few shares of a solid company. Put money into an index fund that tracks the entire market. Look for discounted real estate in your area. Start a side business that solves problems created by the recession. Each of these steps is like loading a spring that will release with power once the economy recovers. The last step is patience. Recessions don't last forever. They may feel endless, but eventually economies recover. Demand returns, businesses rebuild. Innovation sparks new growth, and the assets you picked up at bargain prices explode in value. You don't need to get rich overnight. You just need to hold on while the tide rises again. So here's the choice in front of you. You can spend the 2025 recession like most people, terrified, cutting back, waiting for the storm to pass. Or you can see it for what it really is, the chance of a lifetime. The economy is giving you a sale that won't last long. If you have the courage to step in while others run away, you could look back in a few years and realise this was the turning point of your entire financial life. Just like finding this channel, if you subscribe, I'm sure your financial life will change, because I'll always be giving you updates on the global economy, so be sure to subscribe. Also, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and let me know your thoughts in the comments, and especially your plan. I'll reply to all comments. See you soon. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for educational purposes only, and any results depend on your own decisions and actions.